Kamara driving. It's the coach.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Brees going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it'll bring up third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Wood. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, fighting off the defender. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 21 carries, 72 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And an alley to run. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 19 carries, 85 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Now Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Gronk's first catch, good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brady going to throw. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
20, like 20, like we got.
Here's Brady. And he fires one incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready. You waiting?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Ready? Waiting.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready? Waiting.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. All right, time for us to spotlight Rob Gronkowski. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, with the way things are going with Tom Brady finding Gronk as many times as he has in this game and the team is winning, you think at some point maybe even Brady would do the Gronk dance?
Well, if he does that Gronk dance, Davis, that means you have to do that Gronk dance.
Trust me, partner, no one wants to see me do the Gronk dance.
Your wife?
No one.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Brady now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Brady. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So One play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burger?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
On first down, Breeze throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down is Breeze. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Yellow waiting.
Breeze to throw again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here comes Rob Gronkowski and company. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
Brady now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
20! By 20!
On 1st down, Brady. He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. By 20! By 20! By 20!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
20!
Brady will try again on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
20!
Again, it's Brady. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Smith catches left side. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
By 20.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll kick things off in Tampa. Carolina paying a visit in an NFC South matchup. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Alex Smith with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. The Cards trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throw there by Brady intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And his pass, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw is Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now Brady. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Ready.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing now is Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Now a play fake. Brady. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
And his throw is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
220, 20.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. We're waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready. We're waiting.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready. We're waiting.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. And an alley to run. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On first down, Breeze drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready? We waiting?
Breeze to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Ready? We waiting?
Now Breeze again. He is going to find Hill here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Ready? We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready. You waiting? 3 seconds.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready. You waiting? 3 seconds.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carr. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jonathan Stewart, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
220, 380.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down. Now, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
We're waiting.
Now Breeze on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. To throw is Breeze. And he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.